Welcome to this IGotAnOffer McKinsey PST video, where we will cover everything you need to get started with the McKinsey Problem Solving Test. First, we will briefly discuss why McKinsey uses a maths and logic test in its recruiting process, and second, we will discuss some of the characteristics of the test that are important to bear in mind as you start preparing. This includes things like the cutoff score as well as the percentage of candidates who are actually successful at this test. At IGotAnOffer, we've helped thousands of candidates prepare for the McKinsey PST, and more than 80% of them have been successful so far. This McKinsey PST guide summarizes a lot of what we have learned in the process of doing this, so let's get started. The McKinsey Problem Solving Test is a maths and logic test used by McKinsey in its recruiting process. So the first question that's useful to think about here is, why does McKinsey even use a test? Well, the best way to answer that question is to think about the day-to-day of a junior management consultant and the type of skills they use. Junior consultants mainly use 3 skills on a daily basis, and these 3 skills are actually what is being tested in the McKinsey PST. The first thing that you will often do as a junior consultant is go through documents which contain graphs, tables, and text to extract information. This is exactly what you will need to do before answering questions in the PST. The second thing that junior consultants do is transform the data they have extracted by doing computations or by interpreting it. And again here, it's not a coincidence that you will actually have to do math computations and to interpret data to answer PST questions. And finally, the third thing junior consultants do on a daily basis is summarizing their findings in a logical way, which again is something that's partly tested in the McKinsey test. So, in summary, what McKinsey is trying to do using the PST is to assess how well you would perform on the actual job. They want to see how likely you are to be a great consultant. Okay, so now that you understand why McKinsey uses a test, let's turn our attention to the test characteristics that you should prepare for. And there are 5 characteristics that I'd like to go through. Number 1. The McKinsey PST includes 26 questions distributed over 3 different business cases, which you will have to complete in 60 minutes. Each business case refers to a company or organization that is facing a business challenge. Everyone would probably succeed at the PST if they were given enough time. What makes it so challenging is that you only have 60 minutes to answer 26 questions. That's about 2 minutes per question, and managing your time effectively is therefore key to succeeding. In certain offices, non-native English speakers are given an extra 10 to 15 minutes to take the test. You should get in touch with your McKinsey HR representative if you are in this situation and do not know whether you are allowed this extra time or not. Number 2. The PST is designed to assess your numerical computation and logical skills. It's not designed to test your business knowledge. However, being familiar with some basic business terms will help you feel more confident and allow you to understand certain questions quicker than other candidates. We've actually put together a video to help you master essential business terms. This video assumes you start from 0 business knowledge and covers the basics, including revenues, costs, profits, and some ratios such as profit margin, growth sales, etc. If you're already comfortable with these concepts, for example, you've studied business at university, then you should feel free to skip this video. Number 3. Every year, 200,000 people apply for McKinsey, but only about 2,000 of them get a job according to the firm. That's a less than 1% success rate. Based on that information and on the different stages of the McKinsey recruiting process, we estimate that about 65,000 candidates will get invited to the PST test and that 33% of them succeed at the test every year. If you'd like to learn more about this, then you can take a look at our blog where we cover this in an article. Number 4. McKinsey does not communicate the exact cutoff score for its problem-solving test. At IGotAnOffer, our best estimate is that the cutoff is about 70%. This is based on our experience of successfully passing the test, as well as on conversations with thousands of successful candidates over the past few years. In either case, people who passed the test consistently scored above 70% during their last stages of their preparation and performed well on the day. This means that on a 26-question test, you'll need to get at least 19 questions right in order to succeed. Number 5. Finally, you won't be allowed to use a calculator or scrap paper when taking the test. Not being able to use a calculator will probably feel challenging initially, as your mental maths are likely rusty. This certainly was our case at IGotAnOffer when we first started preparing for the test. Investing some time to brush up your math skills at the beginning of your preparation is definitely worth doing in our experience. Okay, that's it for the McKinsey PST basics. If you have any questions about the McKinsey PST, don't hesitate to ask them below, and our team will answer them. The next thing you should do is watch our video on the different types of question in the McKinsey PST. Understanding the different questions you will come across is really the first step in preparing for this test. Right, that's it for today, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.